deep inside the unreachable, misty forests of ancient China, far beyond the reach of imperial decrees or the maps of mortal man, travelers whispered about a territory where the air itself felt heavy with judgment. This was the Forest of Jiuyi, realm of shadow and shifting light, where the laws of nature were secondary to the laws of the divine. In the local tea houses of the border towns, the old man would warn, "Do not fear the tiger, for it only hungers for your flesh. Fear the shadow with silver wings, for it hungers for the truth within your marrow." They were speaking of the silent, imposing figure whose name alone functioned as a spiritual boundary, Yingzhao. To see Yingzhao was to witness a masterpiece of celestial craftsmanship. It stood tall, a humanoid figure that defied human classification. Its legs were not those of a man, but the powerful, silent limbs of a sacred deer, capable of moving through the thickest undergrowth without snapping a single twig. Its torso was sculpted like a warrior god, muscles rippling under a skin that held the texture of weathered bark and polished obsidian. But its wings were its true crowning glory. These were not the wings of a common bird. They were colossal, feathered expanses that shimmered with the cold, iridescent light of a midnight moon. Each feather was rumored to be as sharp as a ritual blade. When Yingzhao remained still, it looked like a statue carved from starlight. But when it moved, the forest groaned in recognition of its overwhelming presence. Its face remained shielded behind a mask of celestial features, void of human emotion. Only the eyes burned through, vertical crescents of molten gold that flickered like dying embers in a storm. These eyes did not register the physical world. They saw only the metaphysical weight of those who stood before it. Yingzhao possessed an ability that transformed the Forest of Jiuyi into a house of mirrors. For the soul, it could perceive the smoke of the spirit, the literal manifestation of human morality, within the radius of Yingzhao's gaze. The internal state of a human being was no longer a secret. Greed appeared as a thick, suffocating black soot that clogged the veins and leaked from the pores. Lies manifested as crystalline, fractured shards of glass, rattling behind the ribs and reflecting a distorted version of reality. Envy burned with the sickly green light of a swamp gas, and malice glowed like a deep, pulsating red coal, threatening to ignite everything it touched. True, Yingzhao, the most complex human life, was reduced to a simple color palette of intent. It did not listen to words. It watched the rhythm of your spirit's glow. Consider the legend of the hunter from the northern plains. He was a man of immense skill, but even greater arrogance. He entered the Jiuyi forest not for survival, but for the rumors of the heavenly herbs that could grant immortality to those who consumed them. He carried a poisoned spear and a heart so full of corrosive ambition that the very flowers wilted as he passed. When Yingzhao materialized before him, descending from the canopy like a falling star, the hunter felt a sudden, crushing weight upon his chest. He fell to his knees, weaving a beautiful tapestry of lies, claiming he was a father seeking medicine for his dying daughter. Yingzhao said nothing. It merely tilted its head, watching the hunter's ribs. There, behind the bone, the red coal of malice was burning so brightly it cast shadows upon the trees. The guardian unfurled its wings, and the silver light revealed the hunter's lies as shards of glass, cutting his own internal organs as he spoke. Yingzhao rarely raised a weapon. It didn't have truth, as the hunter's heart was revealed to be a poison. The Forest of Jiuyi reacted as an immune system reacts to a virus. The gnarled roots of ancient oaks began to writhe and coil, rising from the earth to seize the hunter's legs. The air turned freezing, and the shadows under the ferns detached themselves, forming a circle of predatory darkness that closed in on the terrified man. The hunter screamed, but the forest swallowed the sound. He ran, but the geography itself shifted to keep him trapped. Every path led back to the silver-winged judge. The oldest scrolls say that the hunter was not killed by Yingzhao's claws, but by the sheer weight of his unrevealed darkness. The forest did not just kill him, it erased him. Why does a being of such celestial power waste its immortality guarding a simple forest? The answer lies beneath the soil, in a place where the sun's light has never touched. Deep beneath the deepest roots of the 9 peaks lies a cosmic prison, a jagged void reality where an ancient deity of pure primordial destruction was sealed eons ago. This entity, a remnant of the pre-creation chaos, feeds on human corruption. The seal that keeps this destroyer bound is made of spiritual energy. If a person with a sufficiently dark heart reaches the center of the forest, their internal knowledge acts as a key, weakening the ancient chains and allowing the prisoner to stir. Yingzhao is not just a gardener or a guard. He is the sentinel of the apocalypse. Every soul Yingzhao turns away, and every liar the forest consumes, is a sacrifice to keep the world turning. Yingzhao carries the burden of being the ultimate filter. It must be cold. It must be absolute. It cannot feel pity. For pity for a single corrupt human could mean the end of a million innocent lives. This is the tragedy of Yingzhao, the god of moonlight and wind, forever tethered to a prison of shadow, forced to spend eternity looking at the ugliest parts of the human spirit. The legend of Yingzhao is more than a bedtime story. It is a spiritual warning that echoes into the modern age. It tells us that our internal state has external consequences. If you ever find yourself in a silent place, surrounded by the majesty of nature, and you feel a sudden, violent gust of wind pushing you back, stop. Do not fight the wind. Do not try to prove your strength. That wind is Yingzhao's breath, a final act of mercy before the judgment begins. It is telling you that your soul is carrying too much smoke. It is telling you to turn back, to cleanse your heart, and to remember that some boundaries are meant to be respected. For if you ignore the warning of the wind, you will eventually have to face the silver winds. And by then, the forest will have already decided your fate.